We would love to hear from you. So if you do have any comments or stories that you would like us to cover for you, you can send us messages on our social media pages. That is Instagram and Facebook, KBC Channel 1. Now, President William Ruto is standing firm on the proposed 3% housing levy, which he says is meant to create 1 million jobs beside providing 7 million dignified houses for those in informal settlement. Speaking when he was presiding over the 60th Madaraka Day celebrations in Embu, Ruto said it is encouraging that the finance bill and housing levy is now the focus of robust debate, generating national conversation instead of divisive old politics. The president said the levy should not be viewed as punitive, but will open up economic gates for those in the formal sector, stimulate productivity and competitiveness in the manufacturing sector.
Acknowledging the robust debate generated by the housing levy proposal contained in the new finance bill, President William Ruto used the 60th Madaraka Day celebrations to rally Kenyans to support the proposal. The housing levy, the president says, will inject billions into the economy through direct and indirect employment of more than 1 million individuals and the provision of dignified housing to millions in informal settlements.
It is our collective responsibility to think about the 5 million young people in Kenya who today walk our streets, walk our villages, in our townships, in our markets, and yet they do not have an opportunity to deploy their energy, their knowledge, their education in making a difference in their lives and making a difference in our nation. The objective of affordable housing is to increase the number of homeowners and to transition more Kenyans from rent paying in informal settlements, in slums, and we have 1,411 slums in Kenya.
The president called on salaried Kenyans to be selfless and mindful of Kenyans living in squalor.
Let me ask the people of Kenya, if our freedom fighters, the people who made the ultimate sacrifice and lost their lives in liberating our nation, if they had asked the question that how is it their business, today we would continue to have been slaves of our masters if they asked themselves that question.
The head of state responding to critics of the housing fund levy, whom he accuses of peddling half-truths on the proposed mandatory deductions.
Those of us who are earning Kenya shillings 200,000 monthly will pay only 2,500 to build a fund that will help create millions of jobs for millions of our young people and bring a meal on the tables of many hustlers. This is a worthwhile contribution to make for the greater good of our nation, as indeed the freedom fighters who came before us did.
Your Excellency, we want to encourage that millions of Kenyans desirous of economic prosperity are fully behind you. We want to encourage you that many Kenyans who quiet have confidence that the measures you have come up with will improve the welfare of the Kenyan people.
With fears that the housing fund could open the floodgates of mismanagement and corruption, the president warned that he would not entertain greed in his administration.
I have made a personal commitment to use all instruments and authority at my disposal to curb waste and eliminate theft. I will not permit greed, lawlessness, or impunity.
The head of state further announced the launch of a second tier of the Hustler Fund, dubbed the Hustler Group Loan, that will target micro and small enterprises formed by groups and circles.
Second product of the Hustler Fund will usher our unique collective-driven competitive market enterprise to the online domain. To promote inclusion, the Hustler Fund is going to deploy groups such as chamas and circles, overcome exclusion and barriers to participate in credit savings, social security, health insurance, and other socio-economic amenities.
The borrowing through the Hustler Fund, according to the president, will spur manufacturing and increase competitiveness in the export market. John Jacob Curia, Prime Edition.